Good morning! One of the questions that I get quite frequently is, what books should I be reading? Now, if you've ever been to one of my live presentations, you know that I spit off a whole bunch of books that come to mind in this ADD-laced brain as they come to me. I just finished, and I'm now listening to, because I get my books on Audible, I'm listening to this book a second time, and I want to recommend this to you. It's a book on negotiation written by a guy by the name of Chris Voss, V-O-S-S. Chris is a former FBI hostage negotiator, and he wrote this book called Never Split the Difference. So I'm going through my Audible account, and I thought, well, this is something I definitely want to check out. And so I am. So I listened to the whole thing through, and it's really cool. What he did was he went to Harvard for a summer, and he wanted to see if his negotiating tactics really stood ground, held water in the business world. So he sat down with this Harvard professor, and the guy, this is how he starts the book, and the guy jumped him. The guy brought in a couple of key negotiators, and he baffled all of them with his methods. And he walks through this whole negotiation thing. Negotiation is not something that most of us do well. I mean, instantly you think of that car that you have to buy every 3 years, and we all dread it. This walks you through it. It's very interesting, and there's a lot of intricacies, which is why I'm listening to it a second time. So big thumbs up on Never Split the Difference. Audible has it. My youngest daughter, Madeline, is going to work in Germany for a startup company called Otto, O-T-T-O, and they're going to be the Netflix of Audible type books. So you might check that out as well. I am. I just quit Audible. Now I'm going to Otto, looking for the dad discount, but I haven't heard anything yet. Other books that I think you ought to be reading here, and I made a list of them just in case you asked. The 5 Elements of Effective Thinking. That's one of my all-times. I love that book. Teaches how to think creatively. The Universe Has Your Back. Very cool self-help book. The Gentle Art of Not Giving a Pivot. The Art and Science of Reinventing Your Career and Your Life. And then there's my go-tos, which are 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The 4 Agreements, and The 5 Love Languages. That is an incomplete type of list. You ought to be kind of, first of all, you ought to be reading on a regular basis. The cool thing about Audible is that for $15 a month, you get one book to listen to, and you get a bunch of podcasts and things. I'm cheap. So I want to make certain that by the time the 18th of the month comes up, I've listened to that entire book. And I jump back and forth between one book, in like a biography or something on the American Civil War, and then I go to business, and it's very cool. But building on what I said last week, invest in yourself. Perfect time of year to do this. You can listen to these books as you drive around, and they're all worth it. But check that first book out, all right? Listen, have a great selling week. We'll talk to you next week, and we'll get you ready for the rest of the summer.